And as the limousine departs right there, we actually saw President-elect Trump on his cell phone, Andrew, just checking some stuff. But we were hearing one of the reporters yelling out to both Biden and Trump, "What are you going to talk about?" And obviously they did not answer. But of course, that's the question that everyone wants to know. What will these gentlemen be speaking about? They, of course, were joined by Representative Amy Klobuchar, who, is part of the committee that oversees the inauguration and all of the events. But still, curious minds want to know, Andrew, what is the conversation going to be like inside this limo? I don't know specifically, and perhaps you do, just how many minutes it's going to take for the limousine to actually arrive at the Capitol, but it could either be a very long ride or it could be a very short and comfortable ride. We don't know.
Yes, it is a very short ride, under 10 minutes. And yeah, you saw there Senator Amy Klobuchar from Minnesota, the Democrat, another member of this joint congressional committee on inaugural ceremonies. And so she's also in the limousine. Maybe she'll be breaking the ice, so to speak, between Trump and Biden. But this leads me to wonder as well, Stephanie, what is the Biden post-presidency going to look like? We know they're going to be, they being Joe and Joe Biden, they'll be spending a couple of days in Santa Barbara, California. After today, they'll be whisked off there to the West Coast. We know Trump is going to the West Coast later this week on Friday to survey some of the damage wrought by the LA wildfires. So they may be in California at the same time as well. But a post-presidency looks different, so to speak, if you're Obama and you're leaving the White House in your 50s. Biden leaving the White House in his early 80s. I wonder how he will choose to use that. He said in a speech in South Carolina just yesterday, he is going to remain engaged. He is going to remain committed. He's not going anywhere. So I think it remains to be seen what his role in American political life will be going forward. Sometimes presidents, all presidents, when they leave the White House, they go back to being everyday regular citizens. But some take up a role and they want to use their influence that they had in the Oval Office, even while not in the Oval Office. Jimmy Carter was a perfect example of that. And so you're watching the beast right now move down Pennsylvania Avenue, down to the U.S. Capitol. This is quite something. This is remarkable. Let's just watch and listen.
All right, it does appear perhaps as though this live look right there, foes. Andrew, obviously this, this is coming from one of the vehicles as part of this motorcade. It does look like they are trying to get it back, but and it does look like they have. We're just going to hang on this. It looks like they have fixed this issue. Let's listen in.
Yes, Stephanie, of course, we're moving down Pennsylvania Avenue right now, and you can just hear the cheers from so many of these supporters who have lined the streets there, and you can see them on the sides waving. It is very, very cold. We're now passing the National Gallery of Art, if you're familiar with Washington. We do apologize about the feed. It looks a little bit in and out there, but we're going to stay with it. But the motorcade moving now, both President Biden and President-elect Donald Trump inside alongside Senator Amy Klobuchar in there. So I said this is about under 10 minutes, and we're going to be moving up to the U.S. Capitol in just no time here. But you can see the security. You can see there some of the troops standing guard, saluting the motorcade as it moves past. And now I believe we're going to be right outside the U.S. Capitol momentarily. And so this is really, really remarkable. We're not going to, and it has been reported, we're not going to see your typical inauguration parade, down Pennsylvania Avenue because it is so cold. President-elect Trump will be visiting his throngs of thousands of supporters at Capital One Arena, much like the rally he had yesterday. And that is where people are watching it live inside that arena, thousands of them. And that is probably why you're not seeing as many people line the streets. There's hardly anyone on the National Mall because, one, it's inside the rotunda, the swearing in, the oath. And two, it's just too cold there. And we've heard from some of Trump's folks, including incoming White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, saying that this was not done for security reasons. This was done to protect his people, Trump's people. Though there are some security analysts and experts that we've even talked to here on Live Now who argue that this could have been made with that in mind. That decision could have been made with that in mind. Let's keep watching this motorcade.
Trump, how do you feel? President Biden?
Well,
And there we saw President Biden and President-elect Donald Trump arriving at the Capitol. We see Elon Musk there, Andrew, just one of the tech titans, as you know, we were discussing.
Right.
As we await the official swearing-in ceremony, there is Melania Trump right there, First Lady Jill Biden, you know, Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff, and others as they continue to make their way inside the rotunda for that actual swearing-in ceremony.
Yeah, and interesting, the Vances seem to be kind of trailing behind, leading the pack from behind, so to speak. I thought that was interesting there. You see J.D. Vance and Usha Vance coming into the rotunda there. Biden and Trump kind of walking somewhat stone-faced there. Biden, when asked, how's it going, he said, well, he and Trump side by side, in unison, in tandem, walking in with Vice President Kamala Harris behind. And you can just feel the emotions in the room. I think it's so interesting that, and that's what's so unique and so miraculous about the American experiment, is that political foes, political losers and winners alike can be in the same room. You see the Republican mega donor there, Miriam Adelson. You see UFC chairman Dana White. This is part of the Trump invitation list, so to speak. I'm going to be doing my best to point out some of these individuals, but you also saw there Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, speaking with Elon Musk as well. So, Stephanie, we're just waiting for President-elect Trump, President Biden, and all the other dignitaries to enter into the rotunda. There is a waiting area, kind of a holding room off the side, and now you see members of the incoming Trump cabinet, all of whom, Stephanie, have yet to be confirmed, though their confirmation hearings are ongoing as we speak, and they will continue this week as well. You also see incoming White House Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, there in the long white dress coat. She was instrumental in the Trump 2024 campaign, serving as co-campaign chairwoman with Chris LaCivita. And you see so many others, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, former Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler, former New York Congressman Lee Zeldin, John Ratcliffe there, Trump's pick to lead the CIA, Kash Patel, Trump's pick to lead the FBI, and so many. I believe that's Vivek Ramaswamy, Kevin Hassett as well, and Tulsi Gabbard. So all of the incoming Trump cabinet members are seated behind the principals there on the dais, which I think is an interesting choice. Yes, they will serve out, if confirmed, the Trump cabinet there, Susie Wiles speaking with Tulsi Gabbard. So it's just really interesting. I mean, Stephanie, if you think about it, we're going to be talking about these names a lot, you and I, on Live Now from Fox for the next 4 years. I also recognize there